All right, guys, welcome back. Let's see what's happening today. We've got a pretty fascinating evening yesterday where crypto was starting to go back up and then, doing its typical dance of going up and down, as you can see right here. The various power stocks we were playing around with, I put them into a list over here as well. Yesterday was definitely one of the best trading days in a very long time, where literally pretty much everything that I grabbed from various Discord channels and called out occurred, right? So everything I said was going to go up because everyone on different channels was saying it'll go up if it hits a certain price, actually hit that price and went up as soon as the morning bell rang, and that was really epic. That was pretty cool. You want that pretty much every day, and we'd all be very happy people. And because it was so smooth yesterday, I personally probably won't be trading much today. Not much to look at today either. It's a pretty mixed morning so far. There's a lot of these stocks that have opened that people are talking about today. Some people are swinging Kelso Technologies because the conversation over development of the railroads and what Biden's been talking about. Same thing with rail as well. So we'll put them together. Tech did amazing yesterday. A lot of people banked off of that. So it had a couple scalping opportunities, but then it died out near the end. AMD was the superstar yesterday, right? Going from literally a day where it started under 100 to reaching 105, and it was pretty fantastic. Amazing day for a call on AMD. Today it's looking like it's on its way down. Today may actually be a day where you're just playing some nice put options on a couple of stocks, but I'm just going to sit today out for the most part because yesterday was one of the best 10-minute work days I've had in a long time, and not really looking to mess any of that up for the most part. We got QCOM. So here's actually, let me share what I found. So this is what, not many people posted anything to trade per se today. So this is today's thing for options, right? And remember how basically most of this works is that you have to hit the price to actually go try an option for the next target, right? So like for example with BABA, if it hits 196.50 and holds, it starts going towards 80, 90, it starts approaching 197, you want to go ahead and get the next call option. It'll probably keep going to 198 and 200. And similarly, the other way around too. If BABA falls below 190 and seems to be creeping more towards 189, you get one of these put options, right? So that's kind of what you're looking at there. This was another channel that posted another set of option plays that you can go with. So that's something that I'm sharing here as well, right? Option plays are, a lot of people are doing option plays on pins. So that's pins is Pinterest. For some reason, they've been actually going up and down a lot, big time lately this last week. Facebook was quite a surprise. So you can see here, Facebook, you could try call options if it starts going back up, bouncing off of 353. So Facebook was actually quite disappointing. They were on such, Facebook and Apple were both really disappointing. Facebook was on such a powerful move up, right? It was doing great. It was on very nice trend over the month. And then all of a sudden, right after earnings, it has died, right? So looking at this, it says that there's a really nice chance it's going to bounce off of 353. So we're going to see if it breaks below 353 or if it starts coming back up. We'll try a call option, see how far it goes up. Remember, just like with trading stocks, same thing with options as well. If you get an option and you see that it's gone up and you've made a couple bucks, sell it, right? Take your profits. Gotta get into the mentality of taking your profits, right? Can't mess around with that. In my Think or Swim app on TD Ameritrade, that I'm treating as a small account, so I just put $1,000 into that. Started started this week on Monday. It's up to 1,041, where I really just traded two things here. What did I trade? A COCP, and I forgot what the other thing I traded was. Still learning how to use most of this and maneuver around it. I was actually going to spend this weekend trying to learn more about like where I can see certain things I want to see, because it's a very nice app. It tells you a lot of stuff, but like for example, right now I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go to see what I've bought and sold over the week, right? My trading history and stuff. So you know, got a long way to go with learning how to use this and figuring out how to maneuver around it. But COCP was one thing I traded. I forget the other thing I traded. Filled orders. Oh, here we go. No, those are for things I'm doing today. Yeah. Either way, it's up $40, so I'm gonna keep trading on that one as if it's a little account I'm trying to grow, because I can't really day trade on it since it only has $1,000 in it. But I have 2 day trades available right now in there, so I'll probably save them for Monday. Fridays are not really the best day to trade overall anyway, so you want to be very careful with that. Fridays can go pretty scary. People talking about X, Y, and Z. Nothing really. Yeah, even most of the people that are actually talking about, their signals and whatever they think should be bought or sold, aren't really looking very enthusiastic today for 2 reasons. One, because Fridays usually tend to be a little scary when it comes to trading. It just doesn't do that well. Trading doesn't go that well on Fridays. Excuse me. But the other reason is because yesterday was just such an amazing day. Like yesterday was so good that people really aren't inclined on kind of doing anything different today. So looking at QQQ and SPY, it's all looking pretty good. And if you haven't already gotten into the mentality of doing that, you always want to be watching SPY and QQQ to get a good understanding of where the market is going, right? And you can see that things like this are the reason why you may have heard, if you follow any Discord servers or anything like that, that people are talking a lot about potential crashes, right? So crashing basically means that you should have all your money in your hand, stay liquid, which is why I put that in the title here, right? And if your money is in your hands and not in one of these stocks that may crash, then you're good. And crashing is also an earning opportunity if you can correctly predict what's going to crash, because then you can just do put options on them and have a great time, right? So today we need to see if Facebook is going to bounce back off of the 353, I mean, excuse me. And I'm also interested in seeing what Apple does, because Apple actually gave good earnings, but on the day of their earning they died out, came back the next day, so it kind of resumed, but then they continuously died anyway, right? So everything is on a downwards trend. You want to make money with put options on the downward trend. You want to make money with call options on the upwards trends. Just have a great time. Stay safe. Keep it very, mental when it comes to stop losses. And let's take a look at, I want to look real quick at yesterday's trending stocks. So right here, we're looking at the top trending stocks from yesterday. So when the day ended yesterday, AMD was the highest volume of the trending stocks. Looking at the gap up stocks, we still have NTech, which was also big chatter yesterday. QCOM, right? So you can see some of these that you can keep an eye out for today. If it starts going up, it's probably going to gap up and fill that gap. So you want to get that call option on it, or maybe you just want to pick up a couple shares and day trade it. Whatever you're feeling comfortable with, right? Whatever you're comfortable with. Similarly, you can always play around with gap down stocks as well. I really love this website, stockbeam.com, because it's free. That's the number one thing, but it's also just very simple. Gives me what I need and I can work with it. So in the gap down stocks, I'm interested in PayPal. I want to see if it continues its downward trend, because if it continues its downward trend, then we're definitely in there to do some put options on that. And we don't want to suffer and buy PayPal. Yesterday so one of the other good things about being part of multiple Discord servers is that you get to see what everyone is calling and then figure out if everyone's saying the same thing, right? So I pay to be a subscriber on 5 different unique Discord servers right now, and I look at all their calls, and then I've already looked at it before we went live, so I was looking at it from 8 to 9 pre-market they talk. And then I get to see if they're all making the same calls. That's what I combine and share with you guys on my server for free and here in YouTube, right? So that's what we were looking at earlier, the things that I picked out from everyone. And this worked out wonderfully yesterday, right? So yesterday, which I'm saying is one of the best days of trading, we had these calls right here that was shared, right, where you had to enter if it broke certain prices, and if you entered when it broke certain prices, you can get the call option and keep working to different price targets. And QCOM, AMD, and Snow all printed as soon as the first 5 minutes of the morning started, right after 9:30 to 9:35 a.m. TTD never went over this entering price, 86.50, so we never did a call option on it yesterday. And yesterday was money, 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 especially with AMD, which kept going up all day. Like, there was no stopping it, right? And then it only fell near the end of the market. So today, after analyzing all the different channels that shared stuff, this is what I found. And I am interested in some of them, but to be honest, most of these calls are really expensive. If anything, J&J is doable. Pinterest is doable. AMD is still doable, right? So we're gonna be keeping an eye on some of these, and I want to keep an eye on Apple as well, because I've been doing option trading on Apple for quite a while now, so I want to see how that goes. I feel like AMD has proven how powerful it is as it approached earnings. It was a really big jump, so there's no way to really easily predict where this is gonna go, because now it could, what I would like to say, normalize, right? It could go back to some level closer to 95, because it's kind of where it's always been, right? Like, it really never went above 95, so it reached new highs, at least new 3-month high, and then look, new 1-year high as well. So when you reach like such a new high, it's very common for the stock to come back down a little bit. So I'm not sure, because AMD could continue having power and actually go up more today and recover to where it was, or AMD could maybe just start going down, right? So got to be very careful with that. Looking at something someone's sharing. So we've got, okay, so Apple. So here's what we've got right now from some of the people that are talking. Let me, and this is what I do. So while I'm live with you guys, we have some time until the morning starts. We can just chill and talk, get everything together. I'm gonna take all the information that I'm gathering here right now, put it into one place, and then show it to you guys right now. Let's see. We got information on Apple, Microsoft, a full breakdown on Moderna, which I am definitely interested in. As an MD, I can see that Moderna is looking forward to banking off of the new variant and making more money off of the concept of needing a new vaccine, because in New York it was recently discovered that even people who have the vaccine for the previous COVID are not safe. They're not safe from the current issue, so it's not really working out too well. All right, let's see. All right, so here's what we got. So I just added this last part down here, which came from another Discord server. So you can see by comparison, they're all kind of filling in and telling you a lot of stuff. So Apple leaning more towards puts, ideally not interested unless it breaks below 143.50. If that is the case, go short. Get the put options. Then just watch. Right, it may come back above. Microsoft, another name that's looking super weak. 1 hour squeeze, 4 hour squeeze, 30-minute squeeze. Bearish stack EMAs. Violated the 8 EMA daily. So he's actually got this chart for this too. Let's actually take a look at that real quick. And I love this. Like, I love that they have the chart for it as well. So I don't really need to worry about it too much myself. And let's take a look at it right here. So right here we're looking at the chart for Microsoft, right? So so he must have been looking at it when he was looking at it himself, that he saw the 1 hour and 4 hour squeezes. And yeah, the EMA is looking bearish stacked. It's not looking like it's going to continue any upwards trend. This yellow line there is actually showing that even after this really tall green candle, it really couldn't hold above, right, this 292 mark. That 292 mark is the highest this candle went. and it couldn't hold above that. So that's definitely not looking too good. It's most likely going to continue coming back down, as you can see with these little red candles. And he's saying only interested if it falls below 284, and then we would get put options on it. Right, so that's your Microsoft play right there. Let me open up AmirStocks here with its chart. For Moderna, the only stock with upside potential today, break above 348. If it breaks, then definitely do call options. So let's take a look at Moderna as well. Yeah. See, Moderna has been on a nice positive flow. Simple, healthy pullback right here, maintaining stability. And then, today could be round 2 of something similar to this. Just cut and paste this portion over here, and that's what you're imagining with Moderna right there. Tesla, way too overpriced when it comes to options, but if that's how you play and you have the money for it, then you want to wait till it breaks 678. If it breaks 678, you can rest assured it'll probably continue on to above 700, right? And that's kind of going to be the golden point right there. Hood was a joke yesterday. In fact, everyone who, most people hate Robinhood, right? So most people hate the company and would want to see this thing fall. As soon as it opened at 38, people were like, yeah, that's a little overpriced. You're not all that. And it just fell, right? It fell big time. It climbed back up, but then now today, look at it. It's further falling down. Everyone's joking about Hood being the next penny stock, right? Stuff like that. So let's see what this actually ends up doing. I wouldn't be surprised if Hood became a $100 stock next month. It's very much possible because the guy knows what he's doing for the most part. He's not making an app that would make people happy. He's making an app that just makes him happy, and that's what matters to him. So as long as he's happy, I don't see a problem. If he wants to only keep himself happy, then he'll do that, and whoever follows on with him and gets his shares up, well, good for them. So looking at this right now, we have 10 more minutes until the market opens. Let's take a look at what I want to do today. So now would be the time I would go ahead, after having analyzed all the different calls from the different places, understanding what people are saying for each one of these stocks, right? Now would be the chance to kind of go ahead and see what those prices look like, and considering how yesterday ended for StockBeep, PayPal ended yesterday under the gap down stocks list, right? So it is, you never want to take one person's word for, oh, this stock is going to go up or this stock is going to go down. But if you have multiple things that are really spelling out, oh yeah, that stock is going to go down, it's very much more likely, right? Much more likely than it was from just one person, that the stock will actually go down. So since PayPal ended on a, and I can't wait to get my significantly larger screen, but since PayPal ended on a negative yesterday, I'm personally going to be watching that myself. No one here actually made a call on PayPal. They didn't really have any analysis for it. So none of the Discord servers, as you can see, there's a bunch I follow, really said anything about it per se. But looking at, let's see, so now I just want to see what the prices are going to be for some of these. I am not looking to do anything that's labeled higher risk on a Friday. I'm good on that. I think let's take a look at some of these now. I want to see what the prices are anyway. For PayPal, I feel like it's going to continue this downwards trend a little bit more. I just want to see what it looks like. It's very much possible it might come back up too. I just want to see what the prices are for these. Wow. So expiring today, that's the other reason I don't like really trading on Fridays with options, because it's either that or I get an option for next week, and that's dedication. So I wouldn't really want to put myself in that kind of dedication yet until something more solid is identified. Now, Microsoft, people did talk about, and I'm still seeing more announcements on other channels where they're talking about Microsoft as well. Let me just see one more thing real quick. Yeah, so someone just said that the market has gapped down this morning already, pre-market, and positions will open up red, and then it's going to stay red for a while, so be very careful. and then red just means you could either continue buying put options if you want, or you can wait till it's green and looking like it's going to turn green, and then get your call options or buy the share and trade the share, right? So for Microsoft, the thing was we're looking for it to fall below 284, which it's on the way to, and if it does that, then it would be going further down. And okay, see, so this is not so expensive at all. This is really cheap. You can see that, right? So we have to see, maybe it won't even actually fall, right? Some of these prices often also tell you what's more likely to happen. So it's possible that those are so cheap because it's actually going to come back up. And Zoom was amazing yesterday. Zoom did big stuff. Yesterday morning was like a 5-minute work day where you made a lot on profits in call options by 10 a.m. and you were pretty much done for the day. The other guy I really enjoy trading, AMD. Right, so AMD, the 101 bounce, we're seeing it. Right, so we're definitely seeing it coming back up. It's not looking too bad. Would wait. We'll see 6 more minutes. Now in that first 30 seconds though, things start happening and you make a lot of money. So it's very difficult to catch a lot of them, but it's interesting to see what I call these are like the power stocks. And right now in this first few minutes, they all have the same exact chart, as you can see, literally the same exact chart. Like there's not much of a difference there, right? So and that must be reflecting, of course, on the SPY. It's also reflecting on QQQ, right? So that's pretty good right there. Snow was another one of those option plays yesterday. Let's see. Oh yeah, the two stocks that have a lot of chatter today, right? So ERYTech Pharma, which is not supported on Robinhood. Let me see if it's actually on Thinkorswim. Yeah, it is on Thinkorswim, so that's pretty good. ERYP at 814 right now. It's at 825 now. People are saying they're not interested until it's over 893. I don't know if I want to wait that much. If I wait that much, then I'm missing out on its little climb to 895. And then the other stock that everyone's talking about besides ERYP is your TAOP. Open that over here. Obviously, I love looking at the graphs and stuff on Thinkorswim, the TD Ameritrade app, a lot more than anywhere else. It's just so beautiful. And you get to really analyze things a lot better as well. Much more information than you would get over here, for example. But yeah, ERYP is not on Robinhood. So what am I going to do? We have 3 more minutes to figure it out. We need to see AMD continuously bouncing back from 101. Microsoft, you see, like it's trying to go up, but it's very, what happens as soon as 9:30 hits, and this happened yesterday morning too, right after, like I said it and then it happened, because that's just kind of what happens all the time, is as soon as 9:30 hits, you're either going to get that morning wood boner where the stock just boom goes up and you get this long line of all of a sudden the stock going upwards, or it'll just sink, right? So yesterday morning AMD was actually pointing downwards, and then as soon as 9:30 hit, right here in this point, it was actually pointing downwards, and then as soon as 9:30 hit, it just started like having this really quick swing up. So yeah, anything can happen. You just gotta base it off of your actual knowledge base, your intuition, which definitely does play a role. Not interested in snow this morning. And Tech trying to make a run back up as well. Moderna. So mRNA, let's see how these calls look like. mRNA is the only one that two different traders have said positive things about if it breaks 348. If it breaks 348, it'll go on to 350 and so. Let me just see something about Moderna real quick. So, what have they been publishing? No Finviz news. That's not good. These are not in a gap down. Someone did mention something about QCOM too, to do calls if it goes over 150. It was on our list to do calls yesterday as well. Let me just look it up real quick. Yeah, so something like this, as soon as it's 9:30 in one more minute, it could just fly up. I haven't been able to make my mind up, and I'm also not really in the mood to try trading anything today. But there's that 9:30 TD Ameritrade bell. So that's why I haven't really like solidly picked anything for today, because yesterday was such a good day. I don't mess around. Oh, you saw that morning wood thing right there, right? That's kind of what I'm talking about most times. It just randomly happens. You know, randomly it'll just boom. That's what happens when the morning starts, and then the stock just starts going up so quickly. You don't really get a chance to try buying anything. AMD sinking downwards. ARDX is trending big time right now, but it's also not looking all that. High volume right now on ARDX. They're both coming up. Still too early to really analyze what will be the final outcome, but it looks like everyone's coming up. Everyone's coming up pretty well. This broke 350. So now breaking is one thing. Now we have to see if it maintains stability. So Zoom just jumped up $6. Right, like if you got an option call and it went up, you would just take the profits and call it a day. Still going up. Apple's trying. QCOM is not. But Moderna's trying. So we need to see if it holds positions. AMD continues to bounce off the 101 and keeps coming back up. Not falling. So far, it looks like of all the calls, Moderna is looking like the most promising one. Let's see how this looks though. Very expensive. Very expensive. But it is rising, so pretty much like a confirmed rising, if anything. And it's in these first 5 minutes after the market opens, they get to see how crazy stuff is going. ERYP is just breaking everything. ERYP keeps going. What did ERYP do anyway? Let's see. So this is how the list is looking like today. ARDX is on the top here. I want to see what ERYP did real quick. Didn't get a chance to check that out. They went up from 850 to 944. They're up $1 since the market opened. Oh, leukemia treatment. Nice. Fast track designation for their leukemia treatment. Yeah, I did see that article. I looked at it earlier. So it's got a really nice tall green candle. Good for them. That could have been a day trade on my small account here. I wasn't paying attention for that. I mean, it's okay. You know, there are days you just don't really feel like risking anything, and that's the day I'm in today. But more alerts are coming out for watching Moderna. A lot of alerts for watching Moderna. I kind of want to take the 355 call, see how that goes. So I'm going to try. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to try it out. Did it fill? Did it fill? Why didn't it fill? Oh, it just went up too quickly. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to wait that out then. I'd rather be actually a part of that. I'm going to wait to see if it comes back a little more. I just want to get one. There you go. It should fill. Oh. 11 contracts, okay. That's perfectly fine. And then we just wait and watch. Let's see how this goes. I'm pretty confident as the day goes on. And another one, people are saying Chewy. So Chewy puts. Chewy was actually last week was up, going crazy. Yeah, like that right there, as you can see. Now it's been on its way down. So people are getting the 85 puts. I'll just get one. Let's see how that does too. So a lot of alerts coming out now. Let's see. Yeah, and most of these people are just alerting that, like this one right now says, market looks very weak today, especially being a Friday. Just gonna watch and see what happens, right? Like, I know that. We all know that. Market's not looking too good today. Well, with looking at SPY and QQQ actually pointing up, it seems most of these will make their way up. Tesla's trying as well. Tesla was climbing like crazy yesterday, going from under 650 to almost 680, and then here breaking 680, right? So they had a very big power run yesterday. Facebook also trying to recover, although I doubt it will recover much today because no one thinks it'll recover today. But you know, things can always happen. ERYP broke 944 and is halted, so that was definitely going to be a wonderful day trade for today. Halted at 944. TAOP is trying to break 439. Anyone trying to just, you know, trade a simple stock? Let's take a look at TAOP. We have that here. So TAOP is still trying. if it breaks 439, you could do a quick simple trade on this. Just pick it up at 440. You could also have a limit order already placed if you want to automatically buy it if it hits 440, and then sell it at like 460, or risk more as you wish. But doesn't look like that much of a power stock to me, so I'm not really interested, especially after how great of a trading day yesterday was. Like, I'm just not really interested in trying anything potentially risky today. If I'm extremely confident in it, I'll definitely give it a shot. But if I'm not, I'd rather just watch and enjoy, see how it all goes today. Continue gaining more confidence in these traders that I follow on the various discords, and then next week continue bringing to you guys the successful trades and calls that these people are trying to make, right? So far so good. AMD, what's AMD doing? Whoa, yeah, see, trying to make that power return. Amazing. AMD is very powerful. Without a doubt, they're always coming back and they're always going up. And today, I feel like throughout the day, it'll definitely reach 105 again. Keep going, possibly even reach a new all-time high. The 105 call is not that expensive, but it's climbing a little quick. Let me see. I just want to get one call right here. That's all. One call. Can I just stabilize for a second? I'll put 108 here. Oh, look at that. Right as I was submitting the buy, it broke to 120. I would rather kind of fall back down just a little bit. No, it's about to hit 105. Yeah, so that happened too quickly. Fuck that. If I had gotten in at the 110 price, I would have sold it at 130 and take the profit there. Just be happy with that. So this bad boy climbs. It climbs, and Monday I'll be watching it as well. Monday it's gonna be another day. I'll keep an eye on this guy because AMD is not playing around. Someone else is getting an AMD buy to open 9:39 a.m. Oh, someone else. Okay, so someone actually got an AMD put option. They think it'll come down from here and go down, down, down. But I don't really see how that makes sense, considering that SPY and QQQ are still both looking pretty nice and green. It'll probably actually keep going up. So, Apple looking simple. Zoom did its thing. Look at that, $8 jump. These morning jumps are crazy. I really wish I got into the 110. Couldn't click fast enough. All right, but that's beautiful. That's just another morning day of AMD beauty right there. So I think that's good enough for today. Let's see what happens. We'll keep watching the market, see how things go, and then I'll catch up with you guys again on Monday for another powerful week starting in August with all the good calls, all the good plays, and me live day trading with you guys. Thanks a lot for joining, and I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend.